Shall we begin?
Let's begin now.
Hey, what's up internet? My name is Nikki and today I'll be doing a book review on An Abundance of Katherines by John Green. So recently I just finished this book and I really want to just talk about it a little bit, so let's get into it. The story revolves around Colin, who has this weird obsession of dating girls whose names are Katherines. He has just been dumped for the 19th time by, well, you guessed it, a girl named Catherine. His best friend Hassan decides that maybe it's time for them to get out of their town and go on a road trip because he has just recently graduated and he has some, I guess, identity issues going on because for as long as he can remember, he's always been known as a child prodigy. But he doesn't really feel like that, and after breaking up for the 19th time with the girl he thought he loved, he kind of lost himself and his friend kind of wants to help him out. So they go on a road trip where it ends up stopping at Tennessee, and let's just say that it kind of gets a little intense from there. What did I think of this book? Starting off, like no joke, this book is 215 pages long and it took me about 2 weeks to actually finish this. Like no joke, like 215 pages in 2 weeks. What? So I think the reason why it took me so long is because this book has a lot of like math references, a lot of trivia references. It has a lot of facts into it. And surprisingly, it was really good. It was really interesting to read, but I don't know what it was. I guess it was really repetitive because every other chapter had a fact or a little story, or it kind of diverted from what the story was about. And I kind of understand why it was doing that because our main character Colin, that's kind of how his brain works, where he will be doing something and then automatically he will see something and he will start thinking about something about history or math or whatever little fun little trivia facts about it. This book was really funny. It was really interesting because I don't know, it's just I have not read anything like it before, and also it's in a small town named Gutshut, Tennessee of all places, and it just sounds like one of those books where you're trying to get out of a small town to go to a big city, but it's kind of reverse on here because they go from Chicago to a small town to get away from their problems. And overall, I kind of liked it. Probably will not pick this book up again because it took me such a long time to get through. But I'm happy that I finished this book because I've had this on my shelf for about 3 years now and I still couldn't get past the first chapter, and I finally did. I say give it a try to see if you like it. The first few chapters are kind of really slow, but it does pick up. It gets really funny. I really do love the character Hassan, who is Colin's best friend. He is really funny and he's one of those characters where, yeah, he makes a lot of jokes, but he makes them to the point where, you know, you can't take life so seriously that sometimes you have to laugh at just the outcomes of your life and just be happy, because what is the point of being sad? And I like that character. In the end, he doesn't end up changing that perspective by the end of the book, but he does change one aspect of his life that I think Colin is really happy about, because he's happy to see his best friend and actually be able to do something. If you're kind of iffy on the book, I say give it a try. I do warn there's a lot of like math stuff in here, so if you're put off by math, maybe you won't like it. Who knows? If you read this book, tell me what you thought. Out of all of the John Green books I've read so far, this is kind of my least favorite of them all. Just like pace-wise, story-wise, I liked it. It was really interesting. Like I said, I haven't actually read something like this before because it was kind of reversed from the small town to the big city kind of thing. So that is it. I hope you kind of enjoyed this. Like I said, please tell me if you read this book. I kind of want to know what your thoughts on it. Did you like it? Did it take you 2 weeks also to finish a book that's 250 pages long? I hope I'm not the only one who did that. And so yeah, if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, subscribe. If not, that's cool. I'll upload every now and then, and I'll catch you later. Wha-bam!